tested a lot of LG TVs, budget ones, mid-range, even the premium OLEDs. And one thing I always do before I even start watching anything is change a bunch of settings. Because out of the box, LG's webOS is cluttered, a little slow, and has features running that most people don't need. But with a few tweaks, it becomes one of the smoothest TV experiences you can get. Let me show you exactly what I changed. Hi, I am Pooja and welcome to ClearBuy. I spend all my time with home appliances, TVs, soundbars, washing machines, air conditioners, testing them, using them, figuring out what actually works and what doesn't. And with LG TV specifically, I have found so many hidden settings and tricks that genuinely improve the experience. So today, let's go through all of them. Alright, before we start, these tips work on most LG TVs running webOS. Whether it's webOS 23, 24, 25 or the newer webOS 26. The settings are mostly in the same place. Some menu names might differ slightly depending on your model year. Okay, first, and this one genuinely surprised me when I first found it. Turn off Live Plus. Live Plus is a feature that's turned on by default on almost every LG TV. What it does is something called automatic content recognition. Basically, your TV takes tiny snapshots of what's on your screen and sends the data to LG's advertising partners. Whether you're watching Netflix, playing a game, or even using your TV as a PC monitor, it's watching what you watch. And it uses that information to show you targeted ads. To turn it off, go to Settings, then All Settings, General, System, Additional Settings, find Live Plus and toggle it off. And while you are there, go back to General, then Home Settings and turn off Home Promotions and Content Recommendation. These are the settings that load ads and suggestions on your home screen. They slow things down and clutter the interface. Now that your TV isn't spying on you anymore, let's make it actually look better. Here is something most people don't realize. When you first set up your LG TV, the picture mode might be set to energy saving by default. And in energy saving mode, the TV dims the backlit, reduces brightness, and the picture looks dull and washed out. You paid for a good display, you should actually see it. Go to Settings, then Picture, then select Mode. Switch it to Standard for everyday watching. Or if you watch a lot of movies and want that cinematic look, try Filmmaker mode. What Filmmaker mode does is disable all the artificial processing, motion smoothing, extra sharpening, all of that. You see the content exactly how the director intended it. Colors look natural, motions looks real. And here is a small tip. You'll need to set this separately for SDR and HDR content. When you play HDR content, the picture mode resets. So play some HDR content and change it again. Alright, now here is a trick that most people don't know. There is a hidden feature with the number buttons that most people never discover. You can assign any app to any number key. So instead of scrolling through the home screen every time to find Netflix or Hotstar or YouTube, you just long press a number and it opens directly. To set it up, open the app you want, then long press any number key on the remote. That's it. Now that number is a shortcut. Press 1 for Netflix, 2 for YouTube, 3 for Hotstar, whatever you use most. And one more. Long press the 0 button to open the quick access menu. From here, you can set up shortcuts to your most used settings and apps, all in one place. Okay, this next one is also a really common everyday frustration. If you use a Fire TV stick or a set-top box or a PlayStation with your LG TV, you know the pain. Every time you turn on the TV, it goes to the webOS home screen first. Then you have to grab the remote, switch to the right HDMI input, and then start watching every single time. There is a simple fix. Go to Settings, then All Settings, General, System, Additional Settings, Home Settings, Power on Screen. Change it from Home to Recent Input. Now when you turn on your TV, it goes directly to whatever HDMI device you were last using. Fire TV stick, straight to it. Set-top box, straight to it. No more home screen in between. Just make sure Quick Start Plus is enabled. Otherwise, this won't work. You'll find that in System, additional settings, then Q Start Plus. Now let's set up your inputs properly. This one's a small thing that makes a big difference. Most people leave their HDMI inputs as HDMI 1, HDMI 2, HDMI 3. But you can actually rename them and assign proper icons. Press the home button, open the home dashboard, tap the three dots at the top, then select edit, then edit inputs. Now you can label each HDMI port like setup box, Fire TV stick, PlayStation, whatever you have connected. Why does this matter? Because when you name the input correctly, your TV can optimize its setting for that type of device. It knows a gaming console needs low latency, a media player needs different processing. Plus it just looks cleaner. And while you're talking about connected devices, if you have a soundbar or any HDMI device, make sure Simplink is turned on. Go to Settings, All Settings, General, Devices, HDMI Settings, Simplink. This lets your TV remote control your soundbar's volume. Super convenient. Here are a couple of audio tricks that genuinely surprised me. This one's actually amazing and most people have no idea it exists. You can play sound through your Bluetooth speaker and your TV's built-in speakers at the same time, both together. Go to Settings, then Sound Out and select Use Multiple Speakers. Then choose Bluetooth device plus TV speaker. Connect your Bluetooth speaker and now both your TV speakers and external speaker play sound simultaneously. This is perfect if you have a small Bluetooth speaker and want to boost the TV's audio without buying a soundbar. Or if someone in the family is sitting far from the TV and needs extra sound. There is also an audio delay option in there to sync both audio outputs properly. And now, two quick hidden tricks that take 30 seconds each but make a real difference. And second, if your TV feels sluggish after months of use, run the memory optimizer. Go to Settings, then Support, then OLED Care or TV Care depending on your model. And you'll find the memory optimizer option. Run it and it clears out the temporary data that's being piling up. It's like giving your TV a quick refresh. Last one. Download the LG ThinQ app on your phone. It's free, available on both Android and iPhone. Once connected, you can use your phone as a full remote. Type with your phone keyboard instead of the painfully slow on-screen keyboard. Cast your phone photos directly to the TV. And even run diagnostics if something's not working right. Think of it as a backup remote that's always in your pocket. So those are the settings and tricks I change on every LG TV I test. Simple changes, but they genuinely make the experience so much better, faster, cleaner, and way more enjoyable to use. Let me know in the comments which setting or trick surprised you the most. I am really curious. And if you are planning to buy an LG TV, I have left the best selling ones budget wise in the description. Please check them out. It really supports the channel. Now I know everyone asks you to subscribe. But honestly, for a small channel like ClearBuy, every single one truly matters. It tells me you trust what I am doing here, and that keeps me going. And if there is anything you want me to test next, I am just one comment away. Until then, don't just buy. ClearBuy. See you soon.